Yes, sir.
Okay. So have you got the syllabus?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we are going to start the class now. So in the abdomen, we have discussed about bones, then joints, then muscles, and abdominal cavity. Today we are going to discuss about the arteries, veins, and lymphatics of the abdomen. Now, arteries of the abdomen. So the main artery which supply blood to the abdomen is the descending aorta. So here in the photograph you see from the heart, so this is the descending aorta. So descending aorta, it will give 4 branches in the thoracic region. They are bronchial, esophageal, dorsal intercostal, and phrenic branch. After that, the esophagus enters the abdominal cavity via the foramen present in the diaphragm known as hiatus aorticus. Now in the abdomen region, it will supply the different organs, supply to the different organs present in the abdominal cavity. So that means before going to see about the abdominal aorta or descending aorta, we have to know that this this descending aorta is divided into 2 regions. One part, the first part, that is present inside the thoracic cavity, so that is why it is called thoracic aorta. And the part of the descending aorta found in the abdomen is called abdominal aorta. So thoracic aorta plus abdominal aorta equal to descending aorta. Understood? Clear? Next. Now the collateral branches of the abdominal aorta. So we are concentrating now abdominal aorta. That means the descending aorta that are present in the abdomen region. Collateral branch means there are 2 types of branches of artery. One is called collateral branch, another is called terminal branch. Collateral branch means when the artery goes or it supplies during its course, it will give some branches, and those branches are called collateral branches. Whereas the terminal branches are those arteries which are emerges from a parent artery at its termination. That means, for example, radial artery, the brachial artery. The brachial artery will give, brachial artery supply blood to the forelimb. It will give so many collateral branches like cranial circumflex humeral, deep brachial, collateral ulnar, transverse cubital, then common interosseous. After that, these are called collateral branches. After that, it will be giving 2 terminal branches, median and radial. Similarly, the collateral branches of the abdominal aorta, they are distributing blood safely to the walls and contents of the abdominal cavity. That means the descending aorta supplies some collateral branches. These branches will supply to the abdominal wall and to the content. Content means organs of the abdominal cavity. However, the spinal cord, meninges, testicles or ovary, the contents of the pelvic cavity and the pelvic limb are also supplied by branches of this artery. That means these artery, that is the collateral branches of the descending aorta, will not only supply the abdomen, but it will give branches to the pelvic limb. It will give branches to the meninges. It will give branches to the spinal cord, even some of the organs present in the pelvic cavity. As you know, pelvic cavity The first 1/3 is peritoneal, the caudal 2/3 is retroperitoneal. That means outside the abdominal cavity. So even though it will supply to the branches of the pelvic cavity. Now what are the branches? The main branches are divided into two types. One is called visceral branches, one is called parietal branches. The parietal branches distributed to the wall of the cavities. That means the collateral branches of the abdominal aorta that supplies to the wall of the abdominal aorta are known as parietal branches, whereas the visceral branches will supply to the content of the abdominal cavity. So the parietal branches are very simple. They will come and they will supply to the wall. Wall of the abdomen means the muscles of the abdomen, the skin of the abdomen. These are supplied to this wall. Wall means skin, fascia, and these abdominal muscles. Our main concern is the visceral branches. So what are the branches of the visceral branches of the abdominal aorta? The number one is celiac axis or celiac artery. Very, very important. This you remember. The first branch is the celiac axis or celiac artery. The second branch is the anterior or cranial mesenteric artery. Number 3 is the renal arteries. You see, celiac artery, that means it is single, one number. Cranial mesenteric artery, this is one number. But renal arteries, that means renal arteries are 2 in number. Right renal artery and left renal artery. Number 4 is the posterior or caudal mesenteric artery. It is also single. Now testicular arteries. So there are 2 testicles. So there are 2 testicular arteries. That is why it is 2 in number. Ovarian arteries. This testicular artery you will get in case of male. Instead, in the female, you will get ovarian arteries. This is also 2 in number. Then lumbar arteries. Lumbar arteries are more in number, 6 pairs. Then external iliac arteries. They are also 2 in number for 2 pelvic limb, because external iliac artery supplying blood to the hind limb. So there are 2 hind limbs, so there are 2 external iliac arteries. And internal iliac arteries. The internal iliac arteries supply blood to the genital organ. So there are 2 sides of the genital organ. So these arteries are also 2 in number. Now, if somebody will ask you, what are the branches of the abdominal aorta? You have to write these all 8 branches. Celiac artery, anterior mesenteric artery, renal arteries, caudal mesenteric artery, testicular or ovarian arteries, lumbar arteries, external iliac, internal iliac. But if somebody will ask you, what are the branches of the abdominal aorta which is single in nature or single or unpaired branches of the abdominal aorta? They are celiac artery, cranial mesenteric artery, and caudal mesenteric artery. Only 3. These 3 are unpaired or single in nature, whereas rest are paired. Clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now, after giving these internal iliac arteries, what will happen to the abdominal aorta? That abdominal aorta or descending abdominal aorta will be continued to the sacral region as median sacral artery or middle sacral artery. In some book, it is written as median sacral artery, and some book is written as middle sacral artery, but not medial. It is median sacral artery. Now, one by one, we have to go through it. 1 minute. Hello. Class was sweet. Now, first branch is the celiac artery. Now, celiac artery, it is also called celiac axis. Why it is called celiac axis? Because it is a very complex artery. It will give different branches. So different main branches will be getting in the celiac artery. That is why sometimes it is called as celiac axis also. And this artery will mainly supply to the stomach of the animal. So, as there are difference in the stomach in the ruminants and the non-ruminants, because ruminants, they are having 4 stomach, and in the non-ruminants there are only 1 stomach. So the celiac artery, the division of the celiac artery are also a little bit different in ruminants and non-ruminants. So first, ruminants. So this is the anterior most of the 3 unpaired arteries supplying the abdominal part of the digestive system. Already I told you 3 unpaired arteries. Now what are those 3 unpaired arteries? Celiac artery, anterior mesenteric artery and posterior mesenteric artery. These arteries arise ventral to the ventral surface of the aorta opposite the first lumbar vertebra. If I go to the first diagram, you see here, concentrate here. This is the course of the diaphragm. This is the course of the diaphragm. So this artery. So this artery, as you know, diaphragm starts from the last thoracic vertebra. So after caudal to the last thoracic vertebra is the first lumbar vertebra. So opposite the first lumbar vertebra, this celiac artery arises. This is the artery. This artery, the bigger artery, is known as celiac artery. So it is at the level of first lumbar vertebra. So this artery gives small branches to the diaphragm as caudal phrenic and adrenal gland as cranial adrenal arteries. So this celiac artery, in addition to the different main branches that we are going to discuss after this one, it will also supply small branch to the diaphragm. So here you see in this photograph, so this celiac artery, you see there is a small artery that will also supply to the diaphragm, and that artery is known as caudal phrenic. And kidneys are located here in the sublumbar region. So one cranial to the kidney, the adrenal gland is located. So adrenal gland is called suprarenal. Suprarenal means it is the, supra means above the kidney. In case of human being, it is above the kidney. In case of animals, as it is horizontal in nature, it will anterior to the kidney. So anterior to the kidney, adrenal glands are located. So this celiac artery will also supply one branch to the adrenal gland, and that branch is known as cranial adrenal arteries. Clear to you till now or not? Any more stuff? Okay. Now, what are the main divisions of the celiac artery? Number 1 is the hepatic artery. In case of ruminants, remember, it is in the ruminants. Hepatic artery. Number 2 is the splenic artery. Number 3 is the right ruminal artery. Number 4 is the left ruminal artery. And number 5 is the left gastric artery. So how many branches of celiac artery you will be getting in the ruminants? How many branches?
5.
5. They are very, very important artery. Exam mein aayega ye sab. So what are those arteries? Branches? Hepatic, splenic, right ruminal, left ruminal, and left gastric artery. Now this is the photograph. This is the stomach and this is the celiac artery. Number 1 is the celiac artery. So celiac, the first branch is the hepatic artery. Okay. So hepatic 11 number. You see, this is the hepatic artery. This is the hepatic artery. So first branch is the hepatic artery. And this number 2 is the caudal phrenic. Already I told you. Caudal phrenic artery will go cranially, and here diaphragm is located. Diaphragm is located here. So This is the cranial side. This is the caudal side of the stomach. This is the stomach. This is the cranial side, means head will be on this side. So diaphragm will be located here. So this branch will supply to the diaphragm, caudal phrenic. Now coming to the hepatic artery, this is the hepatic artery. This is the nutritive artery supplying blood to the liver, and also it supplies several adjacent organs. So hepatic artery is a nutritive artery. Nutritive artery means what? Do you know? So liver is supplied by with the help of two different structures. Liver will get the blood. One is through the nutritive, one is the nutritive blood, another is the functional blood. The nutritive blood is supplied by hepatic artery. The functional blood is supplied to the liver by which structure? मैंने पढ़ाया था.
Hepatic portal vein.
Yes, hepatic portal vein. So hepatic portal vein carries the functional blood to the liver, and nutritive blood means oxygenated blood that will be going to the liver via the hepatic artery. And hepatic portal vein, functional blood, deoxygenated blood, that will come from the intestine. Now this artery, I will not go everything, but I will not go each and every point. I will go with the branches. Now hepatic artery will give one branch to the pancreas, and that is known as pancreatic branches. The pancreas is located somewhere here, number 4. This is different. So hepatic artery, number 12. What is the number 12? Pancreatic branch. You see here 2 branches. Have you seen these 2 branches? Number 12. So number 12 is visible to you. So I will go with the larger point. So number 12 is visible to you. So number 12 is the pancreatic branch. So hepatic artery will give one branch, so that is called pancreatic branch. So what is hepatic artery? So it is a main branch of the celiac artery that will supply oxygenated blood to the liver. But during each course, it will also give different branches. The one branch is called pancreatic branch, and pancreatic branch will supply to the pancreas. Now if I ask you, so which artery supplying blood to the pancreas? Pancreatic branch. So where from the pancreatic branches arises? Hepatic artery. Where from the hepatic artery arises? Celiac artery. Where from the celiac artery arises? Where from the celiac artery arises?
Abdominal aorta.
Yes,
Abdominal aorta.
Abdominal aorta. Yes. Now next branch, is it visible? The slide is visible to you? Slide is visible to you or not? The second branch is the right branch. So second branch is the right branch. Okay. Now it is visible? Sorry. It is visible now? Okay, second branch is the right branch. So right branch will supply to the liver. Which lobe? Different lobe. Right lobe of the liver and the caudate process of the liver. So right branch will supply to the liver. Left branch. The left branch will also supply to the liver. So different lobe, caudate lobe, quadrate lobe, left lobe, it will supply. And it will also give origin of right gastric artery. So it will also, so here you see, this is the hepatic artery. Now I will go this one. So now it is visible, my cursor is visible.
Yes, sir.
So 11 number is the hepatic artery. It will give pancreatic branch number 12. Then it will give right branch. Here is the 11 days. This one is the right branch. Here liver is located. This position is the liver. Liver is not here. This position liver is located. So right branch is right 11 days is going to the right branch. Then 11 triple days, this branch will go to the left lobe of the liver. Then number 4 is the cystic artery. Here it is not available. Cystic artery will go to the gallbladder. Okay, inside the liver or in the liver you will get gallbladder. You know about gallbladder, right? So gallbladder is supplied by which artery? So cystic artery arises from which artery? Hepatic artery. So fourth branch is the cystic artery. And number 5 is the right gastric artery. Okay, right gastric is number 13. This one is the right gastric artery. And this right gastric artery, you will be going like this. And it will connected with the left gastric artery. This one is the left gastric artery. So right gastric artery connected with the left gastric artery. Here it is written. You see I am reading this one, right gastric artery. It arises from the hepatic, number 13. It arises from the hepatic or from its left branch. Or from its left branch means 11 triple days. Either it will be arising directly from the hepatic or from the left branch. It passes in the lesser omentum. This is the lesser omentum, already told you, along with the duodenum. Duodenum is because this is the duodenum starts here. This is the stomach duodenal end. So duodenum present here. Along with the duodenum to the lesser curvature of the abomasum. This is the abomasum lesser curvature. This is the lesser curvature. It will go like this. Where it anastomoses with the left gastric artery, you see, anastomoses with the left gastric. This is the left gastric artery. This is the left, number 8. Number 8 is the left gastric artery. So, right gastric artery is connected with the left gastric artery. Number 6 is the gastroduodenal artery. Here you see number 14, this one. This one is the gastroduodenal artery. This gastroduodenal artery will come. After that it will divide here, 15 and 16. Gastroduodenal is 14. Number 7, here is 7, same artery. It is the left gastroepiploic artery. They are connected. Understand or not? So, again I am repeating, hepatic artery, number 11. Yes, hepatic artery, number 11. Okay? Where from it arises? Arises from the celiac artery, number 1. It will give number 12, pancreatic branches, number 1 branch. Second branch, 11 days, that is the right gastric artery. Sorry, right branch. Second is the right branch. Second is the right branch. This one, 11 days. Then third branch is the 11 triple days, left gastric artery. Then, sorry, left branch. This 11 triple days is the left branch. Then number 4 is the cystic artery. I cannot show you here because liver is not there. Cystic artery. Then number 5 is the right gastric artery. right gastric artery is number 13. This right gastric artery is coming down and joins with the left gastric artery. Number 8 is the left gastric artery. Next number is gastroduodenal artery. Gastroduodenal artery is number 14. It will coming down and divide into 15 and 16. 15 is the pancreatoduodenal artery and 16 is the right gastroepiploic artery. The right gastroepiploic artery will join with the left gastroepiploic artery. Clear or not? Any more? Any doubt? Tell me.
No, sir.
Yes? Yes. Any doubt? Okay. Now coming to the next branch, splenic artery. So this is the spleen. Okay, number 3 is the spleen. The splenic artery, here you see number 3. This number 3 is the splenic artery. The splenic artery gives off right ruminal artery. The right ruminal artery is, I am showing you here, number 17, right ruminal. This one is right ruminal. The splenic artery arises from the celiac artery. It will give one branch that is called right ruminal artery, and this right ruminal artery is number 17. It will give some right ruminal artery which is larger than the continuation of the splenic. Of course, the right ruminal artery is arising from the splenic, but it is very big, even though from the parent vessel. The splenic artery passes cranially. Here, this is the cranial side. Already I told you, passes cranially. And to the left, across the dorsal curvature of the rumen. This is the rumen, dorsal curvature of the rumen. Along the dorsal curvature of the rumen, it will go and enters the hilus of the spleen. And enters the hilus means it is the point, exit and entry point of an organ. So it will enter to the spleen in the hilus. The epiploic branch. The epiploic branch runs caudally in the greater omentum. Epiploic branch I will show you in the next phase. Okay, epiploic branch I will show you in the next phase. So first you go through splenic artery. So splenic artery, what are the important things you have to remember? The splenic artery arises from the celiac artery. It will give one branch to the right, one branch known as right ruminal artery. And after that, the splenic artery will supply to the spleen. Enough. Okay? So right ruminal artery arises from splenic artery. Okay? So which? 1 minute. Hello? Dostal আছে কোৱা কিবা আছে কোৱা So you tell me spleen is supplied by which artery?
Splenic artery.
Okay, exam में आ सकता है ऐसा. Spleen is supplied by which artery? Splenic artery. So splenic artery arises from
Celiac artery.
yes, celiac artery. So how many branches we have covered till now? Hepatic branches of the hepatic artery. How many branches we have covered? Sorry, branches of the celiac artery. How many branches we have covered? 2. What are those? Hepatic and splenic. Okay. Number 3. Right ruminal artery. The right ruminal artery number 17, this one. The right luminal artery, arises from the splenic, but as it is very big, already I told you, you can say it is also a branch of the celiac artery. Actually, why it is very big? Because it has to supply the rumen. Rumen is very big structure. That is why it requires more blood to get. That is why this artery is very big. And of course, the splenic artery, the right luminal artery arises from the splenic, but you have to consider it as a main artery of the celiac. This artery is the main artery of the rumen. It arises from the splenic, already I told you, and curves ventrally and caudally to the right longitudinal groove. This is the right longitudinal groove of the rumen. It gives off branches to the dorsal and ventral sac of the rumen. This is the dorsal sac of the rumen. This is the ventral sac of the rumen. So it will supply blood to both the sac. After giving rise to the dorsal and ventral right coronary arteries, these are the right coronary arteries, passes to the left in the caudal groove, supplies the dorsal and ventral left coronary arteries, and anastomose with the left luminal artery. So this right luminal artery will come like this, and it will join to the left side. This is it is ... given. That means on that side. Okay, getting the point? This is the left surface of the rumen. On that side is the right surface of the rumen. Why it is written as ... instead of solid line? Because this artery is not present in this surface. This artery is present on that surface. That is on the right side. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So, what you have to remember, the right luminal artery, no need to remember all these things. You have to remember the right luminal artery arises from the splenic, and it will supply to the right surface of the rumen and joins with the left luminal artery. Sufficient. Should I repeat once again what you have to remember? So right luminal artery arises from the splenic artery. It will supply blood to the right surface of the rumen and joins with the left luminal artery. Sufficient. If you know this much, enough. Okay? Have you noted down?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, that is why this is the importance of doing class. So you have to know what you have to remember. Only this much will be sufficient. Right luminal artery, if I ask you, you have to write these things. If you can remember everything is very good. But if you cannot remember everything, then at least you have to remember right luminal artery. This arises from the splenic artery. It is the main branch of celiac artery. As it is very big. Even though it arises from the splenic, it is considered as the main artery of the celiac artery because it is very big. And this artery, right luminal artery, supply blood to the right surface of the rumen and joins with the left luminal artery. Next, left luminal artery. The left luminal artery originated from the splenic or left gastric artery. Here you see, number 18. This is 18, number 18, this artery. The left luminal artery, either it may arises from the splenic or it may arises from the left gastric artery. So left gastric artery. So number 8. Number 8 is the left gastric artery. This is the left gastric artery. Number 18 is the left luminal artery. So left luminal artery, either it may arise from the splenic or from the left gastric artery. It runs ventrally on the right surface of the rumen to the cranial groove and through that groove to the left longitudinal groove. This 18 will come like this, and it will go to the left longitudinal groove, like this, which it follows caudally, giving of dorsal and ventral branches. So left ruminal artery will come like this, and it will go like this. Now, left ruminal artery, this is the left ruminal artery. Continuation. Give one main branch called reticular artery. This is the reticular artery. This is the reticular artery. Number 20 here, reticular artery. And this reticular artery will give one branch to the esophagus. This is the esophagus. Because stomach, this is the esophagus, this is the rumen, this is the reticulum, this is omasum, this is abomasum. So one branch to the esophagus. And main branch will go to the reticulum. This is the reticulum. Okay? So reticular artery, where from it arises? Huh?
Left ruminal artery.
Left ruminal artery. Left ruminal artery. Okay. So reticular artery arises from the left ruminal. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Number 5, left gastric artery. Left gastric artery, number 8. Left gastric artery. The left gastric artery will arises from the celiac. Then it will go down and it will give the left gastroepiploic artery. This is number 7. And joins with the right gastroepiploic artery, number 16. Okay. So left gastric artery will give left gastroepiploic artery. Number 7, you see, the left gastroepiploic artery. And this left gastric artery will also join the main branch. The number 8, you see, this is number 8. Number 8, this is also number 8. This left gastric artery, the main branch will join to the right gastric artery. This is the right gastric artery. There is a continuation. So here you see, number 13 is the right gastric artery. The right gastric artery will join to the left gastric artery. This is the left gastric artery. This is the number 14 is which one? Bhul gaya. Number 14 is gastroduodenal artery. The gastroduodenal artery will come down. It will give 2 branches. That is cranial pancreatoduodenal and right gastroepiploic artery. The right gastroepiploic artery joins with the left gastroepiploic artery, number 7. That means left gastroepiploic artery arises from the left gastric artery, and right gastroepiploic artery arises from the gastroduodenal artery. Fill up the gaps आएगा तो लिख पाएगा. Where from the right gastroepiploic artery arises? So गोलमोल हो गया क्या? राइट गैस्ट्रोएपिप्लोइक आर्टरी कहां से ओरिजिन होगा? गैस्ट्रोडुओडेनल. लेफ्ट गैस्ट्रोएपिप्लोइक आर्टरी वेयर फ्रॉम इट ओरिजिनेट? लेफ्ट गैस्ट्रिक आर्टरी. ओके, so left gastric directly number 8 will come and it will directly join with the right gastric artery, but one branch will be converted to left gastroepiploic artery and it will join with the right gastroepiploic artery. It is written here, same thing, anastomose with the right gastroepiploic artery. Already I told you. So these are the main branches of the celiac artery in ruminants. So just recall the things. So celiac artery is the first branch of abdominal aorta, correct or not?
Yes, sir.
So how many branch? What is the location? It arises from the abdominal aorta at the level of first lumbar vertebra. Okay. It will give 5 branches, 5 main branches. Before giving the 5 main branches, it will give 2 small branches. One branch will supply to the diaphragm, known as caudal phrenic, and another branch will supply to the adrenal gland, known as cranial adrenal arteries. Now the 5 main branches of the celiac artery are: number 1 is hepatic, number 2 is, what is number 2?
Splenic artery.
Splenic artery. Number 3,
Right.
right ruminal. Number 4,
Left luminous.
left ruminal. Number 5, left gastric artery. Now coming to the hepatic. Hepatic artery will first, what are the branches of the hepatic?
Pancreatic artery.
Pancreatic branch. This is number 11 is hepatic. So 12 is the pancreatic branch. Then it will give 11 small days. बड़ा करके देता हूं. This is right branch. The right branch will go to the right lobe of the liver. Then third branch is the 11 triple days, left branch. The left branch will go to the left lobe of the liver. Then number 4, which branch?
Cystic artery.
Cystic artery. That will supply to the gallbladder. Then last branch is the right gastric artery. Very good. So right gastric artery will coming down and joins with the left gastric artery. Clear? Hepatic artery, 5 branches. Okay. One branch is pancreatic branch, another right branch, another left branch, then cystic artery, and last one is the right gastric artery. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what is the second main branch? Splenic. Okay. So splenic artery supplying blood to the spleen. But this artery will give a main artery. This artery also give a branch, main branch. What is that name? What is the name of that artery?
Right luminous artery.
Yes, right ruminal artery. Number 17. Right ruminal artery. This right ruminal artery will supply to the right surface of the rumen, that side, and joins with the left ruminal artery. Okay. Then third branch of celiac, right ruminal artery. Right ruminal artery, I told you, is not it? And fourth branch, left ruminal. So left ruminal artery is number 18. Okay. This artery will supply blood to the reticulum, and it will also give branches to the esophagus, left ruminal. Then next, left gastric artery. Left gastric artery number 8. So left gastric artery will directly join with the right gastric artery, but it will give also branch known as left gastroepiploic artery, and that will join with the right gastroepiploic artery. Clear or not? लिख पाएगा एग्जाम में?
Yes, sir.
Anything you want to ask me, you ask me, because I will not go to the next one. Please recall these things. Please see the photograph. Photograph is coming, no? So try to get this photograph. Try to understand this one. If there is any problem, you ask me, because I'm not going to teach the another one because it will take time. So, so you just revise this one. You see the photograph and you have to. So what is number one here? Number two. Don't see the downside. It is written there. So try to get this one. So वहां पे पढ़ के मत बताना, ठीक है? पढ़ के बताएगा तो खुद का चीटिंग हो जाएगा. Try to get this one. So I will not start the new one. So you just look the photograph for 5 minutes. If there is any problem, you recall the things. Hepatic artery, what are the branches? Hepatic artery is the branch of celiac. So celiac is having 5 branches: hepatic, splenic, right ruminal, left ruminal, and left gastric artery. Hepatic will give 5 branches. Number 1 is pancreatic branch. Number 2 is right branch. Number 3 is the left branch. Number 4 is the cystic artery. And number 5 is the right gastric artery. Then next is the splenic branch. Splenic branch will go to the spleen, but it will give the right ruminal artery. So number 3 is the right ruminal artery. The right ruminal artery will come to the right surface of the rumen and join with the left ruminal artery. Then next is the number 4. Number 4 is the left ruminal artery. The left ruminal artery will give one branch to the reticulum, and that is the reticular artery. Then number 5 is the left gastric artery. Number 8, the left gastric artery will coming down and join with the right gastric artery. But the left gastric artery will also give one branch called number 7, left gastroepiploic artery, and this left gastroepiploic artery joins with the right gastroepiploic artery. And hepatic artery, another branch, number 14, is gastroduodenal artery. The gastroduodenal artery will coming down. They will give 2 branches. One is pancreatoduodenal, number 15. Another is right gastroepiploic artery, number 16. And this right gastroepiploic artery will join with the left gastroepiploic artery, that is arises from the left gastric artery. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Baki sound, I am not getting sound. Only
Yes,
1, 2
sir.
students are communicating. कौन है यहाँ पे? Let me check who are here. Ruben is here.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Who? Rimjim Burman has left the meeting. Okay. Siba is here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Aranti,
Yes, sir.
clear?
Yes, sir.
Anisha Gurung left the meeting. ये सब left कर रहा है. Sarmista Burman,
Yes, sir.
clear?
Yes, sir.
Sonam Bhutia,
Yes, sir.
clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Rahul Debnath,
Yes, sir.
Anisha Gurung. Anisha Gurung is here or not? Lal Rempui Mar,
Yes, sir.
clear?
Yes, sir, chair.
Okay. Atul Kumar,
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, tomorrow we'll discuss the other artery. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
These notes I will give it to you. These notes I will give it to you. Okay, but this note will not come on Monday's exam. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Today's class is excluded. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.